Just after President Trump's sweeping tariff announcement last month, you might remember Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut warned that anyone who had advanced knowledge of Trump's plan to upend the global economic order could stand to benefit financially.
The bottom line is that the chaotic nature of this tariff policy, with Trump's position changing every single hour, gives ample opportunity for any individual who has early access to information about the White House's change in position to make boatloads of money, either by investing at the right time or pulling their money out of the market at the right time.
Those comments come as new mandated government financial disclosure forms show Attorney General Pam Bondi sold between $1 and $5 million worth of Trump media shares on April 2nd, the very same day President Trump announced those tariffs. NBC News reached out to the Justice Department with questions on Bondi's stock trades. They declined to comment. Let's bring in one of the writers who broke this story on Bondi's sales, money and politics reporter for ProPublica, Robert Federecci. Robert, we should know Bondi said she'd sell this stock within 90 days of becoming AG, so her deadline would have been May 4th. So this sale falls within that window, but it's the timing on this exact day that's raising questions. Could it just be coincidental that this sale came just before President Trump's tariff announcement that tanked the markets?
It definitely could be. A lot of insider trading investigations start exactly that way. You see a trade that is perfectly timed, and you dig in deeper, and you find out that for whatever reason, it was just a coincidence, right? So one question we had was, did she have control over the timing? Did she have advanced knowledge of how severe the tariffs that were announced on Liberation Day were going to be? It's been now, something like 36 hours since we reached out to the Justice Department and to the Attorney General, and we've gotten none of those explanations. We have not heard back.
Walk us through what you do know and what you don't know.
So what we know is that on April 2nd, she sold between $1 and $5 million in shares of Trump Media, which is the president's social media company. Also, that's exact same day after the stock market closed, the president from the White House had a press conference where he announced his Liberation Day tariffs. The market was reeling afterwards. Trump Media fell 13% in the days that followed. And by selling on April 2nd, the Attorney General avoided those losses on what was a massive stock sale.
So do we know what kind of losses she might have avoided?
Up to 13% of that $1 to $5 million. So we're not talking about a small amount of money here.
You report it's unclear whether the Attorney General had any knowledge of this tariff announcement coming, but would an AG typically be involved in tariff discussions?
So oftentimes when one part of the executive branch is rolling out a policy, other parts of the executive branch, other agencies will be consulted. There's an interagency process. And also, just like any other workplace, there's all sorts of informal conversations. So that is one of the questions we posed to the Attorney General. Did she have any advanced knowledge of how severe these tariffs were going to be? Obviously, everyone knew the president was going to announce these tariffs on April 2nd, but the market up until that point had assumed that the tariffs were not going to be as severe as they ultimately were, which is why the market plummeted.
And so the question is, what did she know? When did she know it? What were the details that she had, if she had any additional details before this announcement?
Exactly.
Our understanding is that this trade that she made was signed off by two people from the Office of Government Ethics. What does that office do? Are the people working there career public servants or political appointees?
They're career public servants, is my understanding. We have seen government officials make trades in the past, right? So the most notable example being Richard Burr, right? The senator from North Carolina who is chairman of the Intelligence Committee. He dumped massive amounts of stock a week before the coronavirus stock market crash. And of course, as a senator on the health committee, he had been receiving briefings about the coming coronavirus crisis. And so what happens under normal circumstances when there is a suspiciously timed trade like this is there will oftentimes be an investigation by the SEC or the DOJ afterwards to figure out exactly what the person knew when they made that trade. I don't know if we're going to see that here.
All right, we'll stay tuned. Robert Federighi, thank you for joining us.